hear that there's edge and that there's, I believe, a move to 3G access coming up, I think, this fall, in terms of what types of access you have for your cell phone signal and what strength and speed and whatnot. This is a common issue around the world. In major centers, you have extremely high and fast data speeds, and then as you move out from the sort of major clusters, it becomes slower. There's going to be a global push for something called long-term evolution, which is basically looking at 4G speeds and the successors. So right now, a lot of our technology in terms of infrastructure is built on previous models and legacy models. This is, HDMA. Is it GPSM, I believe, was the one previous to that. Cell phone capabilities and infrastructure that go back 10 years. 3G is the latest in terms of revisioning how do we access technology, how do we access services, what's the next step, what are we going to be accessing in 10 years, and that's where the GSMA and other organizations come in around LTE for standardization and deployment. So China is leading right now. They're the only country in the world, that China Unicom, that's developing a 4G plan for their entire country so that everyone from rural and urban centers will have access to it. For Canada, Bell is part of the One Voice initiative, which is a similar push for long-term evolution. And it's not a solution to what RIM and others call the inevitable mobile broadband crunch. So a lot of the discussion over the past year has been, we suddenly have 31% smartphone adoption. Do we have the capability to be able to support this? My family is from a really small town outside of, like in Niagara. I go home and my access speeds, they're 3G, but they're way faster because there's way more towers and way fewer subscribers. Whereas in Toronto, you lose it on a regular basis. I was in Austin, Texas a couple of years ago for South by Southwest. 10,000 nerds descend upon a city and the wireless goes out. And this is something that AT&T they could have planned for, and they did. They put in measures the next year where they installed extra towers, but it's something that can completely take the telcos off guard. And if you're a subscriber and you pay money for this service, and good money, you want it to work.